For everyone that's upset because Manny Diaz has not been fired yet, I figured out who is to blame. It's all Mario Cristobal's fault. What's going on, Canes fans? Another day, another video. I warned you guys that there was going to be videos almost on a daily basis over the next few weeks because there's just new things happening every single day. But let's not waste any time. I want to jump straight into this one so I can explain the title. So hold off on your comment for just a moment. But I also just want to jump in and say, I mean it kind of literally. Manny Diaz has not been fired yet because of Mario Cristobal. But let me take just a moment and explain this more in detail. I firmly believe that Mario Cristobal is the top target to replace Manny Diaz. And this is not just a wish list guy or someone that I'm hoping we approach. It's been a very well-known fact for weeks that we are going to attempt to lure Mario Cristobal away from Oregon. It's also been known for quite some time that Mario has always intended to make his way back to Miami. He's been very open in the past that head coaching at the University of Miami is literally his dream job. I don't think it's coincidence that Miami has neither confirmed nor denied if they support Manny returning next year. Why? Because they are waiting on a response from Mario Cristobal before they make their official decision, before they actually put something out there to the public. Cristobal is a stand-up guy who's all about business, and many people who have met him in person have preached this. So right now, he's super busy and focused on preparing his Oregon team for the Pac-12 championship game. He has other things to worry about at the moment. We have absolutely reached out to Mario to see if there is any mutual interest there in this head coaching position. And I do believe that Mario wants to, at the very least, review the offer that's on the table. I mean, if the folder's sitting there, he's not just going to pick it up and toss it in the trash. He wants to review it, he wants to think about it, and he wants to talk with some people at Miami about this thing. But right now, he has to take care of business, aka the Pac-12 championship game. Now, just because he's shown some interest behind closed doors, does that mean that we're getting Mario Cristobal? Absolutely not. It does not mean that in any way. It strictly means that he wants to at least review the offer. And honestly, he would be dumb to not at least just take a look at it. It doesn't make sense for him to just flat out say no and not even consider it. I personally think that the plan is to touch base with Mario the day after the Pac-12 championship game, so this Saturday, aka tomorrow, if you're watching this video today, the day that it was posted, and then depending on how this conversation starts or how things escalate or de-escalate, at that point the administration will make some type of statement about Manny Diaz's future. Now, let's not get it twisted. There are more targets out there and more people that this administration would like to take a deeper look at other than Mario Cristobal, but he is the top target for multiple reasons. Now, the interesting part in all of this is the fact that we don't even officially have an athletic director right now, but even with that being the case, I still feel like we have absolutely reached out to Mario, and I do believe that he has made it known that he would at least entertain the offer. That's all I'm saying. Either way, it is absolutely in his best interest to entertain an offer from Miami, because you know if we're going to come out and make some offer for him to come back to his dream job, Oregon is going to drop the bag to make sure that they keep him. So either way, it's truly a win-win for Mario Cristobal. My guess is that we're all in on one or two guys. Those two guys being Mario Cristobal and Lane Kiffin. I understand that Lane Kiffin's name has really only been tossed out there by fans, but I still think, once again, that behind closed doors, some conversations have happened. Now, with that being said, it scares me to say this, but when I say we're all in on one or two targets, I truly believe and mean all in. And what I mean by all in is that if both of those guys turn us down, there is the possibility, I said in the past it wouldn't happen, but there is the possibility that we retain Manny Diaz. The reason being, they don't want to replace Manny with another Manny. if that makes sense. So this entire holdup and waiting to find out if head coach Manny Diaz will retain his job in 2022 is all Mario Cristobal's fault. Everybody is holding their breath and waiting to see what he says after this Pac-12 championship game. And it is kind of a weird scenario because Manny Diaz is still out there recruiting, and the administration hasn't voiced support or not support for him in 2022. So he's just going to continue to do his job as if he's going to be retained in 2022, because right now it is still his job. But again, it's such a weird scenario because we don't have an athletic director, and the AD, of course, would want to talk with potential head coaching candidates. But I do think we are very close to hiring an athletic director. I mean, 2 and 3 rounds of interviews have went down, and I think we've narrowed it down to just a few specific ADs, and I believe that we're very close to making that hire. And it's also very possible, guys, a couple scenarios that when interviewing the ADs, maybe we went ahead and expressed interest in a couple of head coaches, i.e. Mario Cristobal, Lane Kiffin, and kind of wanted to see how the athletic director felt about these guys. It's also very possible that Mario Cristobal is waiting to see who our athletic director is going to be before he makes any kind of announcement or before he even goes into deeper talks with us. Because you got to think, for Mario Cristobal to leave Oregon, guys, we've talked about this. It's got to be the perfect storm, the ideal scenario for him. He's got to know that the people he's working with are going to back him up and give him the resources that he needs and wants to build this program. It's just such a weird scenario talking about potential head coaching hires when Manny Diaz is still employed here, and then also the fact that we don't even have an athletic director yet, which should come first, and then we look at head coaches. But everything kind of, I think, is still going to happen very quickly because we're coming up on the early signing period, and all these other schools are making big time moves. So I think it's going to be athletic director, and then we've already been approaching some head coaches, and then that also happens very quickly. And to everyone who fires back at me in the comment section and says, Coop, there's no way that Mario Cristobal is even on the table. He wouldn't even consider it. He wouldn't even pick up the phone, Coop. I'm going to fire back and say this. You have to also understand that Miami has been Mario Cristobal's dream job for a long time. It is also his home. Now, I understand that Oregon has a lot to offer, and it's tough for us to compete with them. Cristobal's got that Nike money over there, and they're doing well. They're playing in the Pac-12 championship literally tonight. So I understand that it would be tough to walk away from that. But you also have to know that it has at least crossed his mind the fact that this opportunity may not ever pop up again during his coaching career. It's very possible. Maybe we hire in another head coach and he stays here for a long time, and Cristobal ends up retiring in the meantime. Or maybe the next go around, we don't extend an offer to him. So if we are reaching out and we are offering and we are going all in, offering up all this support, and we want him, he's our guy, this might be his last chance to come back and coach at his dream school and to come back home. Let that sink in a little bit. The future is always uncertain. So is Mario Cristobal willing to take a chance and let this opportunity pass him by? We'll find out soon enough. But that's it for this quick video, guys. I just wanted to make it known that you should absolutely keep your eyes and ears open shortly after the Pac-12 championship game starting this weekend and then early into next week. I'm not making any type of official prediction for Mario Cristobal or anything like that. You guys know that I'm perfectly fine and happy if Mario Cristobal gets hired, and I'm perfectly fine and happy if Lane Kiffin gets hired, because I'm all aboard the Lane train. And there are even still some guys in that 3, 4, and 5 positions that I would also be okay with. But first, we do have to get this athletic director in place, and then we'll go from there. Let me know down in the comment section below, is Mario Cristobal an actual realistic option for us? Do you think he picks up the phone? Do you think he's already picked up the phone like I think? Just talk it out down in the comment section. I realize a lot of these are rehashed topics, and we've discussed them in other videos and live streams, but it's coming down to the wire, guys. It's time for some moves to start happening, and it's going to be over the next few days and coming up into next week. So it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty and discuss this thing and talk about what we really think is going to go down. Remember, though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I got to say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out.